Ilia Topuria is not slowing down after capturing the UFC featherweight title. In fact, he's already preparing for what's next, and he's got two very specific names in mind: Islam Makhachev and Charles Oliveira. But here's the thing, Ilia doesn't think either of them wants to fight him. He said, "All my training is focused on Islam or Charles because I don't see other opponents. Neither of them seems to dare to fight me. These are the symptoms of fear, we all know that. But it's normal, I'd be scared too." That's a bold claim, especially when you're talking about two of the most dangerous lightweights in the UFC. Islam is the reigning champion, and Charles is a former champ who holds the record for the most finishes in UFC history. But Ilia doesn't care. He says he doesn't see any other names worth his time. And to him, their silence means one thing: fear. This isn't just about calling out big names though. Ilia is also speaking up about something that's been a topic for a while now: the UFC not holding events in Spain. With Topuria becoming a Spanish national hero overnight, fans have been pushing for a UFC card in his home country. But according to Ilia, there's a pretty big roadblock in the way. Ilia explained, "It's because of the agreement that UFC has with the ESPN, the scheduling issue. Because if they bring a numbered event to Spain, it would have to be at 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. to be prime time on USV, so I don't see it as a very feasible to have everyone on their feet at 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. Even as an athlete, I don't see myself competing at that time. I already did it once in Abu Dhabi, where we had to fight at such a crazy time, and I don't want to do it again, to be honest." That ESPN broadcasting deal is clearly a major factor. The UFC needs to hit prime time in the United States, which would force fighters in Spain to compete in the middle of the night. And for someone like Topuria, who's already done that once, he's not exactly eager to do it again. But while Ilia is locked in on Islam or Charles, there's another name that keeps coming up: Arman Tsarukyan. And a large part of the MMA community thinks Ilia is intentionally swerving that fight. Here's what fans are saying: "Bro trying to be next Conor McGregor. This guy talks too much. He's scared of Arman. Okay, now he's just saying random shit to provoke them. Ain't you get knocked down by a weak striker, and you want to fight Islam?" All these people saying Ilia is scared or ducking Arman. Islam is literally a bigger threat than Arman, yet he's ducking. Charles and Islam have belts. Arman doesn't. Ilia has stated he wants to retire by his early 30s, so obviously he wishes to stack his resume as quickly as possible. No? Islam would roll him in the ground game. Ha 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 ha. Pure spoken. Did not want to face Arman. What fear do you talk about? If Ilia fights Arman, will destroy it anyway. Doesn't matter. Then you'll all have to shut up again. So is Ilia really avoiding Arman? Or is he simply chasing the bigger fights while he still has time? He's made it clear he doesn't plan on fighting into his late 30s. So maybe this is all about legacy, money, and getting to the top fast. Whether you think he's dodging Arman or just being smart about his next move, one thing's for sure: Ilia Topuria is not shy about making his intentions known. And now it's up to the UFC and the champions to respond. What do you think? Is Ilia bluffing, or is he ready to shock the world again against Islam or Charles? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss the next update.